cut by a transversal. When two lines have another line called a transversal, and that's the only reason it's called that. You have two lines that are kind of chilling, and you have one line that slices through them. It crosses and slices through them. It creates angle pairs based off of where the angles are located. So the first location we're going to talk about is exterior versus interior. So exterior is kind of the name. It's going to be on the exterior or the outside. Outside of what? It is your two lines. Normally they're parallel, not always. They're two lines going the generally same direction. And the exterior is, well, the outside of those two lines. Now I'm showing you two different examples here because sometimes you'll see them up and down. And sometimes you'll see them going in another position where it might be left and right. But the same idea. Whatever you have your two lines here, they're on the outside of those two lines. On the opposite end, you have interior. Interior is kind of like in the name, it's on the inside of these two lines. So these angles and these angles are on the inside. They're interior. Same thing with these angles and these angles. I will warn, this is a lesson where you might want to get a lot of colors out. We're going to do a lot of color coding. You can also use symbols, like you can call this one X, X, this one like Y, Y. So that would work too in your notes. So that's the first main way, exterior versus interior. The next way, you'll notice that now I have bolded out the transversal line, the other line cutting through them. This is because we're talking about same side. Now, same side, it's in the name. They're on the exact same side of our line. So for instance, because this one's going up and down, we have a left side and a right side. So both of these angle sets are on the left side, they're on the same side. On the other hand, we have the other side, the right side, those are same side. And again, not that it actually changed anything, but to give you a different viewpoint, if our two lines were going the other way, same idea, but now we have up and down. So the ones on the bottom, those are on the same side of this transversal line. The ones on the top are on their same side. So again, same side of this line cutting through. Is it on the left and right, or is it on the upward, or is it sharing the downward side? Now, let's talk about alternates. So alternates is kind of the name alternating. To have alternating things means to have things kind of like on opposite ends. So for instance, again, the transversal line, we have alternating here. So one is on the left and one is on the right. Or one is on the right and one is on the left. They're alternating. So again, you might have upward and downward and upward. They're the opposite of each other. They're alternating. And now we're going to talk about when we combine these locations to label our 5 different angle pairs. There's 5 in total. There's a lot to remember. We're going to go through them. First, our first 4 all use a combination of our location words. So we first have alternate interior. Remember, alternate means on opposite sides and interior means on the inside. So that means we're looking here on the inside, it's going to be the angle on the left and right, or the right and left. Again, alternate interior. They're on opposite sides on the inside. Same thing if we do it over here with a different turnaround visual. Again, they're on the inside, but they're on opposite sides of our transversal line. So either up and down or down and up. They're on those alternate opposite sides, but on the inside of our two lines. On that note, we also have then, we have alternate exterior. So again, alternate meaning on opposite sides of this transversal line, but now it's exterior, on the outside. So for instance, we have this and this. Or we can have the outside left and the outside right. So alternate exterior. Same thing if we turn it around. Outside top and bottom, or outside bottom and top. Again, alternate exterior. opposite angles on the outside of our two lines. We then have the same sides. So same side interior. Again, interior means on the inside, but it's going to be on the same side of the line. So here and here, or here and here. If you turn it around, same deal. On the inside of these two lines, and they're on the exact same side. So they're both on the bottom, or they're both on the top, or they're both on the left, or both on the right. And if we have a same side interior, that means we also have a same side exterior. So same side exterior, again, they're going to be on the same side of this line, but on the outside now. So it could be here and here, or here and here. Same thing here. It could be on the tops or on the bottoms. Same side exterior. Now this last one kind of stands on its own, and that is corresponding. So the idea of corresponding has nothing to do with inside or outside. It has to do with, are they going the same direction? What I mean by that is, you notice, this is in the top left corner of this cross section, right? This angle is also the top left corner of this cross section. And that makes them corresponding. You could also have the bottom left corresponding with the bottom left. The bottom right corresponding with the bottom right. Or the top right with the top right. Again, you look at these two different cross sections and see which ones are in the same position. Same thing if we slant them. We can have top left and top left, bottom left and bottom left, bottom right and bottom right, top right and top right. Again, they're on the same side of these two different cross sections, and that is corresponding.